everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Tiffany. I'm a school psychology intern, and today we're going to be talking about alternative jobs with a school psychology degree. You're either here because you're burned out and you've been in the field and you're looking for something else, or maybe you're looking into the career and you don't want to be stuck at this job if you don't like it and you want other options, or maybe this field was really misrepresented and it's just not what you were looking for. Or maybe you're an intern and you're already burned out and you're looking for an out. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I did some research and really there's not that much information out there on this topic because either people don't talk about it or it really is that limited. I guess I have trouble talking about this because one, I don't have that much experience related to this. I'm just an intern. I've worked in different settings before, but as a school psychologist, I'm at basically year -1, I guess. And two, I don't know if it's something I want to think about right now. I want to really dive into this field and I want to love it. And so far, it's been great. And I think the reason why this job is great is because you can kind of choose what you want to do and how you want to do it depending on your district or your school. And so you have a lot of options within your job. But let's say you just really don't like a lot of different aspects of the job. What else can you do? We will talk about those. And I just grabbed all the resources I could from Reddit and Facebook and just talking to others and looking on the internet. So let's go. So the first thing I thought of was working in a clinic or a hospital setting under a licensed psychologist. And this is assuming that you're not a licensed psychologist. Most of us are specialist level psychologists, meaning we can't have a private practice and we're not licensed to medically diagnose. But we have the skills to do a lot of assessment, consultation, and specific things, right? And we're allowed to do all these in a school setting. In other settings, typically, you need to work under a licensed psychologist. I say typically because there are states like Virginia where you do some more paperwork and you're actually allowed to have a private practice. But I don't think there's that many states that do that. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, you can still do your job, but in a completely different setting. I know some people who have always wanted to work in a clinic or hospital setting, so this might be the right fit for you. For me, I love the school environment, so probably won't go in that direction. Another option you have is to have a similar-ish job in the district, like being an eligibility coordinator or an instructional coach or an MTSS coordinator if your school is willing to create those positions or if they have them already. And I think this can encompass all of your skills and the knowledge that you have about school systems, but you're basically, your role is kind of different, right? You're focusing more on school systems instead of doing everything that is required of a school psychologist. So I think that's still a career change, right? Another option was working for a state agency. This is something I saw on Facebook a couple times. So basically you do cognitive and adaptive evaluations for the Department of Developmental Services. I think it depends on what state you live in, but I would definitely look into jobs available in your state. And sometimes removing yourself from a school setting is all you need. Just a change of environment. This one is something that I'm interested in kind of looking into. So working in the juvenile justice system, doing testing, and while you're still doing evaluations, I think the population is completely different and it's not like you test in place, you're not a testing machine for special education. I think there's a different purpose to it and a different population you're working with. Also, college disability services. I think that's a good one. We can definitely use our knowledge and skill set, but in a different setting. I feel like any job in a college is more relaxed than a public school system. Or you can be a behavior specialist. If you want to be a BCBA, you probably need some more training, and that's an option, but it's kind of expensive and obviously time consuming. But I think with our background, we can still do some work in ABA or do behavioral consultation. So that's another option for you. I think the hard thing about all of these alternative jobs is that it really depends on the company or the setting. They might have a role for you, but those roles, the names might be different in every setting that you go to. So it's not when you're a social worker, they need social workers everywhere, right? And you're just called a social worker. But when you're a school psychologist, you might be called like a behavior specialist somewhere and then like an instructional coach or a behavior coach somewhere else. I don't even know if that makes any sense. I feel like we're using the skill sets that we have, but we're being called something else because we're in a different setting. Other related fields. So there's a handful of different related fields, like mental health fields, that probably require a little bit more training or education. But if you're really looking for some kind of career change, perhaps maybe getting your LPC, licensed professional counselor. And with an LPC, you can have your own private practice and provide therapy and counseling sessions. Also, if you are a licensed psychologist, obviously you can open your own private practice. If you are not licensed, if you're a specialist level psychologist, you might want to look into either moving states where you're allowed to do that, or getting your PsyD or PhD. You just have more options with additional education. If I had my PhD, I think I would dabble in some university work. Like, I would love to teach a class. Those are some alternative jobs, alternative settings that you can work in with a degree in school psychology. I really don't know if this video was helpful at all or if it was just a chaotic mess, because I tried to do all my research, but I really did not get anywhere. I got like pieces here and there, and it sounds like, I don't know, people either like really love their jobs as a school psychologist, or they're like really burnt out and they're miserable. And I feel like for some people, all you need is like a change in school districts or schools, because honestly, for any job, people make or break the job. And if you find a district or school where, you know, they're supportive and their vision and their values align with yours, I think that makes a world of a difference. So that's, I think out of all the suggestions and alternative jobs that people suggested, that one was number one, finding a different placement that's best for you, you know, within public schools. I guess, like, I don't know, I feel weird because after reading all of those, like, made me kind of like scared. Like, I haven't even started my job, but I'm like feeling doubtful. But I know I'm passionate about helping children thrive and succeed. And I also know, like, with my like introverted personality, and I don't even know if I'm like introverted. I feel like I'm more like socially like anxious. I will be stressed out like trying to build relationships and finding my place, but I think after all of those barriers, I will really love my job. And for any job, there's going to be stressful days and great days and days that are really rewarding. And so I hope I can find my place in this role, and I am excited to find out what it's about. So I don't know what future holds for me yet, but I just wanted to share some alternative settings or jobs that you can hold with a school psychology degree. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe for more similar content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!